Bet y'all didn't think y'all was gonna see my face on it. What's going on? How y'all been? See you up there. Mike Dan, salute. That boy Dre, salute. Nick and Boss stuff. What's up, man? MKM, salute. So, been a lot going on, y'all. I know y'all ain't seen me in a minute. A lot going on. A lot of personal issues, personal problems. Nothing new. You know, life. Y'all know how it is. Life is life, you know. I just roll with the punches, man. Roll with the punches. But it still stings. You roll with it, it still help take this thing off, but it still stings. So I got hit with like 4-5 piece combo, man. You know, like one thing after another, back to back. But don't kill you, make you stronger, you know. I've been through worse, so it is what it is, you know. More wounds. Yeah, man, hope y'all been productive, you know, getting to it. In my absence, it hasn't all been bad, you know what I'm saying? I had some wins with my losses, you know, but a few of those losses really hurt, you know what I mean? It's losses I can't change, you know. When you lose a parent, you know what I mean? I don't know who, if any of y'all still had both your parents, you lost one of your parents, both your parents, if you ever knew your parents, right? Losing a parent or losing a child, I don't think that's nothing you can really prepare for. I don't think that's something that you can think you're ready for it, or you know, oh yeah, I can handle it, I can deal with that. You won't know till you actually go through it, you know. We always think we could do this or do that, or, oh, if it, you know, like boxing or sports, oh, if that was me, I would have hit the layup, or if that was me, I'd have fainted and caught him with it. It sounds good because you're not in there. You know, when you're in this situation, or you've actually been in that situation, and, you know, you can speak on that, but yeah, losing a parent or losing a child, that's something that, you know, a lot of people don't bounce back from, you know. A lot of people don't bounce back from that. But let's get into it, man. Save yourself. That's the title for the day, man. Save yourself. Save your goddamn self. I just wanted to basically, I ain't gonna hold y'all long, you know. I'm definitely back and for the fact, you know. I got a lot of shit to talk. I know y'all miss me. I just noticed, I would say in the past few months, there's been a lot of, I'm gonna just call it what it is. Y'all know I don't hold my tongue. I don't give a fuck. Been a lot of race bait. And I think all sides, I don't care if you white, black, green, purple, or blue, I think we all see what it is at this point, right? And it's not working the way they probably planned on it to work, right? So-called Black America is not just reacting like how we used to in the past, right? We hear something, the media puts it out, we jump on it, we react, right? We don't think, we don't do any research, look into it, we just react, you know, out of emotion. And sad to say, that's what's expected of us, right? Because that's in my opinion, is not the norm. But socially and certain political arenas, or just when it comes to, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a stereotypical, like, opinion or viewpoint that, you know, black people in general are just emotional and violent, right? Which, it is some truth in that, right? If we be honest. I told you, I don't care, right is right, wrong is wrong. I don't care whether it's my people or somebody else's. Right is right, wrong is wrong. So we do have a demographic of us, right? A select group of us who do fit that narrative, but it's not all of us. I used to fit that narrative, right? Those who knew me in the past, right? The old me, they'll tell you, I was off the hook. You know, I wasn't a man of many words, you know, I was about that action. But I've come a long way, and I'm very cautious with my words. I'm cautious with my responses, whether verbal or physical, because I understand the magnitude of the consequences, right? And we all have to do that, right? And I'm starting to see that become the norm, if you will, right? And it's evident, you see it now, right? I just want y'all to just hear me out, right? And think about the current events that have been taking place in the last few months and how they just don't make no sense, right? Now, title for the day is Save Yourselves, right? Because ultimately, that's what you gotta do. You gotta save yourself, right? I don't care what your ethnicity is, what your nationality is, how old you are, if you got a disability, if you were raised with both parents, if you, whatever your condition, right, your current condition, if you don't like where you are in life right now, only you can fix that, right? So you gotta save yourself. Now, let me get to the meat and potatoes about, you know, what this live is basically about. Clifton, salute. Dick and Foster, what's good? Let me get to the meat and potatoes, y'all. Y'all don't mind me, y'all. I'm working on two screens here. It's a little delayed too. I don't know what that's about, but it's been a lot of talk online. I've been doing a lot of research with TikTok. I've been in a lot of live streams on TikTok. But I say the past month, I really wasn't big on TikTok, especially when it comes to like live and stuff like that. You know, I'm mainly on YouTube, as y'all know. You know, the lawyers, salute to all the, you know, the shoguns, you know, that's been riding since day one. Y'all know. But yeah, TikTok, I'm trying to, you know, figure TikTok out, and I'll be 40 this year, y'all. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm a little slow when it comes to certain shit. You know what I mean? I don't even try to hide it. Fuck, it is what it is. If you got some information that can help me be beneficial, shit, let me know. I'm all in, man. But I noticed in the past, I'd say definitely 2 months, right? We've had a series of events, and it seemed like they just back to back to back. And it's this narrative that so-called Black Americans, and let me touch on this first before I go into that. Shogun, salute. Havoc, salute. Let me touch on this before I go into that. This FBA thing, right? I just got it. I've heard it for like, I ain't even gonna lie, probably, it's been a little while now. I say at least for like the last 3-4 months. I never really like looked into it, did my research on it. And like I said, I've been going through it. I got, you know, more bigger fish to fry. I ain't really been worried about that. But did a little research on it. You know, I'm like, okay, FBA, Foundational Black Americans. I'm like, all right. Now, if you pay attention to the timeline, I'm gonna try to not be all over the place, right? I'm trying to keep the timeline as tight as I can, but if you pay attention to the timeline, and I don't know how y'all algorithm works, or how your feed looks on your social media platforms or accounts, but on mine, I really didn't hear or see all this FDA stuff until after the passing of Jesse Jackson. Now, if you know the history behind Jesse Jackson and the origins of, well, I'll call it a misnomer or reclassification, that's a better term to use for this. The reclassification of African American, right? That's accredited to Jesse Jackson. He coined that phrase, right? So it seems to me as if that reclassification died with him. So now they need to call it something else, something different, right? Lo and behold, here comes this whole FDA crap. And it's like, and I don't knock it, if you into that, or whatever brings you peace, my brother, have at it, right? But me personally, I just don't see the benefit in accepting a new reclassification when every 10 years we're reclassified, right? And it's like, put it like this, what did your ancestors call themselves, right? Did they call themselves foundational Black Americans? Did they call themselves Negroes? Did they call themselves colored, mulatto, Black, Pan-African, like Hebrew Israelite, Moors, Muslims, like you name it, right? Indian, like what did they call themselves? You know what I mean? Because that's what you are. You are what your foremothers were, right? Your foremothers and forefathers, whatever they were calling themselves, whatever national flag they was flying, that's your origins. That's your nationality, right? Black is not a nationality, right? African American is not a nationality, right? And neither is FBA. Now I get the concept, right? FBA, a foundational Black American. Now let's break that down. Foundational, right? Now I've done plenty of lives breaking down what a foundation is and the importance of having a sound one, right? So I get that foundation. Okay, foundational. Okay, foundation starting from the roots, right? Grassroots from the beginning. Foundational, Black. See, now you're throwing me off, because how we go from foundational to Black, right? Because when you build that foundation, you wasn't Black. You was called something else, right? And then you got American. So the only thing in that statement that's true is the American part, because that's what you are. I'm Moroccan, right? So look up the etymology of the word American and the original definition. It'll blow your mind. Now, like I said, I don't knock it, right? But I know that it's an agenda and it's a play behind it, right? And it's just, it's kind of weird to me how, I'm gonna just use TikTok for instance, right? TikTok in itself is a mental illness platform to me, right? Most of the people that's on it is just, they crazy as hell, in my opinion, right? A lot of the lives that I were a part of, it was other people, wasn't my live. I did a few lives, but it was, I would join other people's lives, on the panel, talk, I had a couple good conversations, but the most of them were, I would say, other than for research purposes, it was pointless, because there really wasn't any edification going on. There wasn't any building or any knowledge being expressed or shared. It was just straight emotion. And I ain't, I ain't got time for that. I'm trying to learn something, right? So, notice there was a lot of bullying going on. It's like, especially on like FBA and this out of Africa bullshit. And I'm like, it's just weird, right? So to get to the point, y'all, save yourself. everybody must worship under their own vine and fig tree, right? That's a Bible quote. You ain't got to be a Christian. I'm not a Christian, right? But it makes sense in this perspective, right? Because you have foreigners who come here, right? And the majority of them, I dare to say all, come here for whatever reason, but ultimately they have a capitalistic mentality, right? Otherwise, why would you come here? Obviously, there's resources, there's benefits, right? There's financial gain, there's things here. Would you say resource? There's resources here that you either don't have in your home country or nation, or you don't want to work to establish it, right? It's already here, you can come here, you can come up, boom, you out. So you have those that come here, they get wealthy, they get rich, they get a bag, they take their money and invest it back in their economy, right? Then you have those that come here, right, stay here, and don't do shit for their economy, don't do shit for home, right? Nothing. They don't even go home, go visit, nothing. Ain't sending no money to grandma. Your abuela ain't seen you in 10 years. You getting this when she see you. You getting this. That's what you getting with your abuelo. When she see you, that's what you get. But yeah, man, it's like, it's just crazy to me how like the narratives, it's like, for instance, you got the Chinese man, the Asian guy that got off, right, for shooting a young man. And I don't know if it's just black people in general or just FBA people, whatever, but I've been seeing a lot about boycotts and this and that, but obviously it must be working because y'all go look this shit up. You think I'm bullshit. And I've been telling y'all, and this ain't just for black people, right? This ain't just for black people. I have no issue. I want to make this claim right here. I have no issue with foreigners, right, on U.S. soil. My issue is when you in somebody else's house, you be respectful. You don't go into somebody else's house and disrespect them in their home. You out of order, right? Now, when I say save yourselves, right? You have the Asian community, right? Trying to add, basically at a 2.0, right? They're trying to amend the Asian hate bill, right? Y'all go look this shit up. Go look it up. They're trying to amend it. They're trying to add into the bill that if you don't shop, right, or better yet, if you don't patronize, right, Asian establishments or businesses, that somehow I don't even know how to say it because the shit sounds just like this. How you know it's over, y'all? This we won, checkmate. This how you know it's over. This how you know. They're trying to pass a bill to do. So I'm trying to figure out how you going to enforce that. So it's a hate crime for me not to spend money with a certain demographic, a certain nationality, a certain group of foreigners. So you're going to force me to do business with foreigners in my country, in my land. Make that make sense. How are you going to enforce that? How? How do you enforce that? Without breaking the Constitution. You're already breaking the Constitution. Everything they do anyway is against the Constitution, right? But how are you going to enforce that? Because they have competitors, right? You have people of all different nationalities and races and backgrounds that have businesses in these same industries that the Asians monopolize, right? So how are you going to keep me from not like, y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. Like, how you gonna force me to spend my money with somebody? How you gonna do that? I got locks. If I need some products or something for my hair, how you gonna force me to go to Ling Ling? I'm just trying to figure that out. How, Sway? How are you gonna force me? How you gonna force me to go shop with Ling Ling? I wanna see, I would love to hear this. How they're planning for that. Save yourselves, right? You had all these agents. I don't know if it was scripted, if it was I don't know, right? If it was genuine or not, but they were online talking cash shit. Oh yeah, y'all blacks, y'all gonna do this, that, and the third, and ain't nobody worried about y'all. We don't need y'all money and this and that. I'm like, knowing what I know, I don't get emotional, right? I deal with facts, data, and statistics. Statistically, nobody buys from y'all more than us. Nobody spends more money on the planet on bullshit than we do. Go look it up. Go look it up. Nobody spends more money on us, more money than us, right? Especially on dumb shit that we don't need. So I'm like, well, wow, that's a bold statement to make. But now everybody going bankrupt without that black dollar. So I guess that black dollar does have power, which I always knew it did. I always knew it did, but it's not just the black dollars, right? Everybody, the issue is that everybody, all the other nations have been eating off of us for generations, right? Generations. I grew up in my community. It wasn't the norm for me to see a melanated man at the grocery store, right? All melanated staff and, management and owners of these establishments in my community. I wasn't used to seeing people that looked like me owning these businesses and running these businesses, these corporations, these companies. I was used to seeing people that were from somewhere else, but they're in my community, right? But they don't live in my community. See, this is my issue with it. It's funny how everybody can eat off of us, but the minute we decide to eat off ourselves and not share, somehow we the bad guy? How, Sway? How? We've been the laughing stock and a footstool for the world, all around the world. We in the same position, and now that we're regaining our memory, we're getting our mind back. Cause we crazy as hell, y'all. Y'all know it, we crazy than a motherfucker. But now that we're regaining our sanity, it's affecting pockets. Now that we're refusing to tolerate the disrespect, it's affecting pockets. Because I've been telling y'all, that's when you want to hurt a motherfucker, hit him in their pocket. Don't hit him in their mouth, hit him in their pockets. The J people with the little hats, small hat people, they hit motherfuckers in their pockets. That's why don't nobody fuck with them. But they on their way out too. They on their way out too. But that's a whole nother conversation. But like I said, save yourselves, y'all. Stop expecting so-called Black Americans to come to your rescue. Them days are over with. It's over. We done figured it out, right? We tired of, we not being your muscle no more. Everything that's been going, all the deportations, right? That's really when I started to notice it, right? Right? When you had foreigners, the Hispanics say, oh, the black people ain't saying nothing and they not, like, why would we? Why would we? At this point, we know we ain't from Africa, right? The majority of us, you still have some that's holding on to that narrative, but we know we not from Africa. We know we from here. You think if they could deport us, we wouldn't have been gone? Like, come on now. We the only people here that they can't deport. Let's stop it. And like, that's where it gets to the point where it's like, it's so obvious what's going on. It's so obvious. Y'all ain't, why the black community ain't helping it? The days is over with. Because when it's flipped and it's reversed and we need the help, we wonder why y'all ain't speaking out, why y'all ain't got our back, right? But when something go down and y'all want some assistance, y'all expect us to jump. We ain't jumping. Not only are we not jumping, we ain't even entertaining it. And it gets no motion, it gets no traction. It goes nowhere. So what does that tell you? Don't nothing happen, don't nothing pop without us. It is what it is. It is what it is. Y'all gotta save yourselves. Because really what you're doing by saving yourself, foreigners, I don't care what nation you come from, what foreign country you're from, right? Because this is my thing they like to say, y'all. Oh, I don't know why Black Americans, they can't just, pull themselves up by their bootstraps and just, they lazy, they this, they that. To a certain degree, I agree. A certain percentage of us, this ain't shit. Just like every other nation on the planet. You got about a 10%, 15% ain't worth a damn. That's the underclass, right? That's the ones that just add no value to their community, no value to their nation, right? None. They just feed off of it, right? All nations have that. Now, when it comes to us, right? They won't tell you. Really think about this, y'all. You telling me you came over, it's disrespectful because you really what you're doing, you're insulting my intelligence. Because for you to expect me to believe that you came over here with $1 and a fucking dream. This ain't no fucking Disney movie. This is real life. How did you pay for the visa? How did you pay for the flight? How did you pay for the hotel? How did you pay the immigration? Like, how did you pay for all these things? It costs to relocate to a whole nother country and gain citizenship, right? Or a visa, right? Work visa, whatever, however you come over here. How do you do that with no money? Oh, that's the age over. Oh, I came over here, I ain't had nothing but $1 in the dream. I built all this from the ground up. I don't know why y'all can't get it together. Is it like a prompt or like a PDF they give y'all or something, and y'all just gotta remember it? Because I know they, I deal with a lot of foreigners, right? So I know that it's a test you have to take to get U.S. citizenship, right? Certain things throughout history, right, that you have to know. They test you on all that before you can get your citizenship, right? So I'm like, is this like part of it? Is this like part of it? Did they tell y'all to say that? Because I'm like, where does that come from? Where the fuck does that come from? Oh, I came over here with nothing, and it's impossible. It's impossible. First of all, you need money to even get here. Like, how the fuck do you even get here with no money? Hear me out, y'all. That's coming in legally. Even the ones that come in illegally. And this is the part they don't tell y'all, right? I told you I ain't green. I know a lot of shit. A lot of shit I talk about, it ain't just because I read it somewhere. I lived it, right? It costs more to get in and establish yourself here illegally than it does to come in legally. If you know, you know. To get here illegally, it's gonna cost you more, and it's a bigger risk, right? To come in here illegally than it is legally. So it really don't make sense to come in here illegally, right? Unless you got help. That's a whole nother, that's a topic for another day. But y'all gotta save yourselves, man, including us. It ain't just, we all have to save ourselves, right? All these deportations, I remember I told y'all this, all these deportations that's happening, it's because a lot of these foreigners have already been put on notice that they gotta go home. Everybody got to go home. If you're not from here, meaning if you can't trace your bloodline, your pedigree back, right, to before 1492, you're not from here. I come from the dirt. As far back as I can look, it don't go nowhere but here, on both sides. Mississippi clay dirt walking, that's me. It is what it is, right? So by me knowing that, it's just like, it's crazy that, me knowing my true history and my ancestry and knowing what really happened and how we got to this point, and for foreigners to have all these negative things to say, right? And then at the same time expect us to fight with them. That's crazy. You want me to have your back. You've never had mine. Never. In my lifetime, never. Now, individually, yes. I've met some solid ass foreign dudes and women. Looked out for me, did more for me than my own flesh and blood, right? So that's why I say it's a select group of them, right? That's why I say the majority of the ones that come here are coming here to capitalize. This is a capitalistic society, right? They can come over here and capitalize, which I agree with capitalism. I don't have a problem with capitalism. You come over here, you put the work in, you do what you gotta do, you're gonna eat. Capitalism is not the issue. It's when you come over here and you capitalize, but it's like, come on, tip the bartender, man. Tip the bartender. I'm bringing you these drinks, I'm working, I gotta eat too. And you eating all for me. Tip the bartender, man. They don't invest back into how do you come to someone's community, right? You don't interact with them. But when you do interact with them, you're disrespectful, right? You're short, you act like you hate their fucking guts, but you love their money, right? And you're able to establish a thriving business, right? And you're able to establish generational wealth off of a group of people that you don't even like. You don't reinvest in their communities. And let me ask you this. And I was on somebody else's live. Shout out to Sid the Duke of Tears, man. He said this on his live the other day. And I said, that's funny as hell. Because I don't think, now y'all tell me this. I want y'all to really think about this. All of y'all that eat Chinese food, I ain't talking about the fancy hibachi spots where they cook in front of you. No, I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about the in the hood, on the corner, with two M's, some 2M curry outs, the curry outs, Jimmy's, Jammies, Sammy's, Danny's, Annie's, Angie's, all them curry outs, right? When have you ever been into a Chinese curry out? Ordered some food, y'all. Or even the buffets, Chinese buffet. And actually seen a family of Asians, right? I don't care where they from. I don't care what they Korean, Japanese, Chinese, I don't care about that. They Asian, period, right? Any Asian in an actual Chinese store, a restaurant, eating. They ain't gotta be in there eating. It could be a curry out. We ever just seen them walking in and walking out? The front door, not the back door, the front door. I ain't talking about their cousins that they eat, the ones that work there. I'm talking about a random Asian that has no affiliation to this establishment. Walk in, order food, and leave. Or order food and eat. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I've never seen an Asian in a beauty supply store that's owned by their people, shopping, buying products. So either they don't support each other in that way, or they know something that we don't know, right? Because you selling us this food, but you don't eat it. And it's rare that the ones that work there that you see eating, when you do see them eating it, guess what? They ain't eating what's on that buffet line. That's the shit they whipped up just for them. That ain't what you eating. They eating something totally different. So basically what I'm saying, y'all, it's the gig is up. You know what I mean? Like we've been dumbed down as a nation and people so far that it's like you can't go no lower, right? So the only place to go is up. And now that we're ascending, right, back into consciousness and competency, you got motherfuckers that's mad. How you mad about that? That just shows the level of greed and just wickedness that you have in your heart, because it's like, that's like you eating off somebody. You ain't gotta work, right? You able to take care of your family. You able to take trips. You're living your best life. right, off somebody else's labor, somebody else's energy, sweat equity, right? And you give them nothing in return. So it's all profit for you, all profit. You making money hand over fist, living your best life, just blowing it. Whatever the fuck you think of, you can do it. You got the bread. And you've been living like this for, let's say, 30, 40 years. Now you're in your 60s and 70s. And motherfucker realize, you know what? I don't think I realize I've been working for free. And you've been eating off me for all these years. They don't even ask you, right, for none of their money back or reimbursement or to pay them back. They just say, I'm not doing it no more. I'm gonna eat off of me now, 100%. And you got a problem with that? So what were you doing with the money? What, you should be good. I couldn't imagine having a steady income for 30, 40 years. All I gotta do is sit on my ass and it's guaranteed to hit my account. What? And then that stops and now what I'm gonna do that? What do you mean? What have you been doing? Oh, you got comfortable. You thought this was gonna last forever? It's impossible. It can't, nothing last forever. You think we was gonna be down forever? Or you just didn't think it would be in your life cycle? Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. But this is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. It's gotten to the point, it's just like, I couldn't believe that shit. I said, I gotta do a live with this. They trying to add this shit. So they trying to make it they trying to make it a hate crime, y'all. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? All the white people on here, all the Hispanic people on here, everybody, all the other foreigners who want to see this video, right? That includes y'all. Do y'all not understand that? That includes, or maybe, you know what? I ain't gonna say that. Maybe it don't include y'all, because y'all not the ones. Because this is the thing. I take that back. It's not y'all. Y'all exempt from this. You know why? Because it's rare that I go into a beauty supply store and I see a whole bunch of white women with bonnets on. It's rare that I go into a beauty supply store and I see a whole bunch of tortas with bonnets on, buying up all, you know what I'm saying, the products. Now, does it happen? Yes, but I'm just saying I don't see it. Not in mass, right? The majority of the hair salons, the nail shops, right? Nail salons, the laundromats, the carry-outs, the buffets, the beauty supply stores. I'm gonna take laundromats out because people don't really go to laundromat like they used to, right? So that's like but that was their thing, laundromats and cleaners, right? People don't really go to the cleaners and use cleaners and laundromats like they did when I was younger, right? So I'm gonna take them away because they're getting away from that, right? But the other ones that I named, I see us. I see people that look like me in these establishments, no matter where I go, no matter what state, what city, it's us, right? It's in our communities, it's in our, you know what I'm saying? So, and the Arabs too, but I ain't getting on them right now. I'm getting on the Asians right now, because this is crazy. I'm trying to think of what my grandmother said. Pamper the bridge that carries you across, right? Pamper the bridge that carries you across. My grandmother used to say that shit all the time. Shout out Helen, man. That's the matriarch, man. She used to say that shit all the time. Pamper the bridge that carries you across. I didn't know what the fuck that woman was. What the fuck is she talking about? How do you pamper a bridge? Like, oh, that's a good bridge. Like, what the fuck? Because I'm a child. I can't comprehend what the fuck I ain't been through shit yet. You see what I'm saying? What the hell is she talking about? Then I thought about it. I got a little older when, you know, life happened, went through some shit, you know, learned from it, didn't learn from it, whatever. And it finally hit me one day. I get it now. Pamper the bridge that carries you across. You don't fuck over people that have your back. You don't fuck over somebody or do somebody dirty that's looking out for you and has your best interests at heart. Because it's rare. It's rare to find somebody that genuinely gives a fuck about you. That's rare. And the longer you live, the more you're gonna have to face that reality if you're running from that truth, because that is a fact. I can count on one hand how many people I know that genuinely care about me. and want to see me do good on one hand and still have some fingers left. Pamper the bridge that carries you across. We haven't been pampered. We've been shunned. We've been treated like the red-headed stepchild. We've been treated like the middle child. What's that song? Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. That's how we've been living. That's been my whole life. Now, have I had good experiences with the Asian community? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Gotten great service. I've had an Asian lady in Baltimore bow down to me because of the fact that I knew I was a Moor. And I knew my history. And I knew her history. Manchurian. This woman came out the back behind the bulletproof. We talking about Baltimore. To be specific, Kimmy's. If you know, you know. Kimmy's. Emerson Village. Dummy. I used to frequent there a lot. They some shit now. You know that now. Don't even go to that motherfucker now. It ain't even worth dodging bullets to go up there for that shit now. They fell off. Probably because the boycott, I don't know. But anyway, she bowed to me. She came from behind the bulletproof glass, her safety zone, came out. And mind you, it's other people in there, right? Melanated people, Moors, that don't know they Moors, buying food, whatever, getting whatever, waiting on their food. So they seeing this. I ain't got the royal garb, none of that shit on. I had my work clothes on. She, everybody like, what the fuck is going on here? So the security guard, I ended up getting cool with him. You know, he was studying, he was dabbling in certain things or whatever. I gave him, you know, a few books to check out, things like that. And he was like, man, did she just fucking bow to you? He like going crazy over there. I'm like, the fuck bowing to me? Motherfucker, that shit don't do shit for me. I'm not an egotistical man, so that shit don't, like, actually I don't like that shit. Because of the tension that comes with it. But anyway, my point is, I've had some good experiences, right, with the Asian community, right? I had a few plugs down in Chinatown, you know what I'm saying, in DC. And when I started my clothing brand, right, most of the manufacturers that I dealt with were in, to get the countries right, China and Korea. Fusion. Yeah, China and Korea, right? A few Indian suppliers, but they dirty. They be on some bullshit. I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all. Stop hitting me on Instagram too. I'm not doing no business with y'all. Like, how do you send product dirty? Like, it got stains on. What the fuck was you eating falafel while you was making my tracksuits like that? But anyway, yeah, I've had good experiences with the Asian community, right? I've had good experiences with all communities, with all the foreigners that I hear. I've had, honestly, I would say more good experiences than bad. And that's why I say it's about a 10 to 15%, 10 to 15% of every nation ain't shit. So if you take 100% of black people, right? About 10 to 15% of them ain't worth a fuck. You take 100% of white people, 10 to 15% of them ain't worth a fuck. Now, we be honest with us, and then it goes for everybody else too, right? The Asian community, the East Indians, everybody. Ain't nobody exempt, right? Our families are the same. You got drug addicts in your family. That's why I be like, we really not that different, right? Culturally, it's some differences, but really when you get to the root of the cultures, it's the same shit anyway. Like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? It's the same shit. So, as long as we can respect each other, respect the boundaries, respect the cultures, and just, you know, be respectful, man. You know what I'm saying? Be respectful and just do right by people. You know, that's all we've ever been asking. And we tired of asking, so now it's just like, fuck it. We don't even, you know what I mean? It's like a bad bitch that you've been trying to hit forever. You know, you've been taking her out, winding her down, and she just been dogging you out, using you, pay your rent and all that. And you know at the end of the day, she really don't fuck with you, but you think you can win her over. Like, nah, I'm gonna show her, I'm gonna love her so hard that she's just on some Beauty and the Beast type shit, right? You just, I'm just gonna show her how much I love her, and I'm just gonna shower her with my love, and she'll learn to love me. No, she won't. She'll learn to like the things that you do, right? But she'll never respect you. And that's where we at with it. If we want the world to respect us, we have to first respect ourselves. Conduct ourselves in a respectable manner. It has to happen. You can't act like an animal and get mad at a person who treats you like that. You can't, you understand what I'm saying? You can't act like an animal and then get upset when you're treated like an animal. But like I said, y'all, we gotta save ourselves. We have to, and that goes for everybody. It's nobody else's responsibility. And this is why I'm gonna bring up that incident. Somebody in the chat. What was that? Mississippi? The chair incident. If I say that, somebody gonna know what I'm talking about. The chair incident. Where they had the brawl down in, what was it, Mississippi? Somewhere down south. Y'all know what I'm talking about though. That incident, right? When stuff like that pops off, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I expect any caucasoid man around me to defend his brethren or his sisters. I expect it. Because that's what he's supposed to do. And vice versa. Anybody of any other nation, if you get into it with someone of, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna have the back of their people, right or wrong. Right or wrong. We'll deal with what you did or what you should do. We'll deal with that later. But in the public, we have to have an image that we're all one. So you fight one of us, you gotta fight us all. You kill one of us, you gotta kill us all. You disrespect one of us, you gotta disrespect us all. That's the narrative that I've seen it with every other nationality but us. It always takes some extreme. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. That situation, right? Thank you, Shogun, Alabama. Thank you, Harvey, Montgomery. Okay. Montgomery, Alabama. So that situation, y'all. I was talking to my cousin earlier, right? And in that conversation, I had an epiphany. I realized something. Y'all think about it. If you need to go rewatch it, if you haven't seen it in a while. I know everybody was posting it on Juneteenth, but if you haven't seen the video in a while, go watch it and think about what I'm about to say, right? We talk about YNs, right? I wore this for a reason today, right? I wasn't gonna put it on, be extra and shit, but it's hot. But because the more I talk, you know, I'm getting hype and shit. But I want y'all to think about this. We talk about YNs a lot, right? How they destroy the community, how they, you know, when we was young, things that we, you know, the level of respect that we have for our elders and things that we just wouldn't think of doing, that they don't give a fuck, right? And to a certain degree, I agree. To a certain degree, I agree. But this, hear me out. Who was the first? Now that black guy was getting the older black guy, right? Now, it was at least 4 to 5 grown men and women whooping his ass for at least about a minute to 2 minutes, right? Before anybody stepped in. Now you had people on the pier, right? On the dock, on the pier, up on the top part, close enough that they didn't even have to run. They could have walked over and engaged or try to break it up or help him, right? He getting stomped out all this. And this is an old ass man. He could be disabled. He could have health problems, heart problems. We don't know. And they whooping his ass. Regardless of what the fuck transpired before the video started, all we can go off of is what's in the video. And in the video, we saw him telling them to leave. They're drunk, they acting belligerent, right? They didn't want to leave. So then they turned around and put hands on him. Dropped his ass. Then they just jumped him. It wasn't even no need to jump him. You dropped him, oh shit, let's get out of here. Get on your boat, skedaddle. Now you got a great story to tell. You had a fun night. You done went home, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been an issue. But no, you had to come back. You had to come back. And I think one of them, if you pay attention to the video, came back and like grabbed I don't know if that was the dad or the uncle, or I don't know. He looked kind of older, the guy and shit. Kind of grabbed him and then pushed him out of the way. Then he started stomping him and punching him. Then the women came up. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So it was going on way longer than it should have, right? Because for all the so-called black people that was around that was witnessing this, everybody was doing this. Oh my God, oh my God, oh look at this, oh my God. And I'm just like, well, how you recording, right? You recording, but you're not helping. But let me get to the point, y'all. I'm rambling. Let me get to the point, y'all. My point of bringing this up was, as much shit as we talk about the YNs, who was the first motherfucker to jump in the fucking water? He was on the boat. You had motherfuckers who was on a pier. They was already there. They didn't do shit. This motherfucker jumped off the boat in the fucking water and swam over there to help him. Where was the old heads? Where was the ones that's always talking about the YNs and how they fucking up the community and how this, that, and third? Where was they at? They came later, but they ain't popped shit off. It was a YN that popped that shit off. This is why the majority of our so-called elders, I don't respect you niggas. I don't. I have no respect for you niggas. Because I've been in that same fucking situation where I see either YNs or it's something going on that you, right, as a masculine man, should interject or handle. And I always, before I react, I always scan the room. Always scan the room. And every man that was my elder, that was older than me, when I locked eyes with them, all of them did this. Now y'all, any man knows what that, dog man, y'all know what the fuck that mean. A grown ass man doing this is no different than a dog tucking his tail. You call that a what? Somebody put it in the chat, boy, I ain't even gonna fucking say it. What is that? When a dog tuck tail or a man, you can't look you in your eye, he gotta put it, what is that called? What you call that? Y'all taking too long, I'll help you out. Start with a C. Well, maybe it's the K. Maybe I'm sure. Hold on, it is a coward too, Habit. But I said dog, man. When a dog tuck tail, or when a grown man do this, what do you call that? Thank you, Show. You right too, Habit. It is a coward. It is a coward. But I was saying, y'all dog is, I was trying to get y'all to use y'all lingo. But yeah, it's a curse. You a curse. So, as a man, right, if I'm looking to my elder, right, for leadership, for guidance, because I'm seeing this situation, if I'm seeing it, I know you seeing it too. But when I look at you, because I'm like, you know the list, like, you gonna do something? You gonna handle this? Because you older than me. You the elder in this situation. You supposed to step in and diffuse that. They always, every time, y'all. Or they, if you on the bus or train or something, they do this. Or yep, I knew it, bitch ass nigga. I gotta do it myself. Fuck it. And then after I handle this situation, I always look right back at they bitch ass. And they do it again. I just shake my head and walk the fuck off. A lot of these niggas is disappointments. They're disappointments. They gave up. And don't get me wrong, I get it. I get it. Because there's days where I want to say, fuck this shit too. But I know I can't. Because I got two boys. I got two little boys that got to live out here in this fucking world. And they got to go through the same bullshit that I'm going through. So if I can't handle it, how the fuck I'm going to teach them to handle it? If I'm a cur, what the fuck they gonna be? I'm trying to, We need warriors. And I ain't talking about just with D. We need warriors here. So how they gonna look up to their dad and be like, yeah, that's my dad, yeah, and be proud. Be proud of their father. He a fucking Kurt. We out in public, motherfucker, try, like, come on, yeah. Come on, now. But like I said, y'all, with that, Tony, what's good? Like I said, y'all, with that the Mississippi situation, like, I expect that, right? I've been in situations where it's turned into not a riot, but it's turned into like a racial situation, and it wasn't even that to begin with. You understand what I'm saying? It was just two drunk motherfuckers that just got in an argument. They just so happened to be, you know what I'm saying, of different ethnicities. But naturally, right, I'm gonna protect it because you don't even think about it. And that's why I say you got a lot of white people and you know, other nationality people that be, well, I'm not racist and I'm not, okay, we're gonna deal with this shit today. There's nothing wrong with being racist. I expect you to be racist. Look up the word, the definition, do the etymology on the word. Racism is not an issue. You're supposed to be racist. You're supposed to have love and respect and honor for your race, right? Racism is not the issue. It's bigotry. We gotta learn the verbiage because they be playing games with the verbiage. English is witchcraft. This language was literally created to cast spells. That's why they taught you spelling in elementary school, or should I say grammar school. You look up the etymology of the word grammar, right? It comes from grimoire. You know what a grimoire is? Those are the books or the documents. That's what you use to cast. Hold on, y'all, I got a phone call. Motherfucker, no, I'm on live. Can y'all hear me? Somebody let me know in the chat if y'all can still hear me. Still on live, text me. Y'all gave me, all right, cool. Threw me off, where was I at? It don't even matter. Let me get to the point, y'all. The point is, I've been on here for a little minute. I've been on almost an hour. You gotta save yourself, man. We gotta save ourselves, man. Seriously, man. Like, it's not black people's job to protect you. It's not white people's job. It's not blue, yellow, purple, green. It's nobody's responsibility to protect nobody. Right? It's your responsibility. It's your individual responsibility to protect you. And it's also your obligation to protect your tribe, your clan, your nation, right? Your community. And the day of us being everybody's footstool and everybody's muscle is over. We fought in every war. There's no conflict, there's no war, there's no, even at our own detriment, right? We still choose sides, right? Even though both parties is against us, you know what I'm saying? It's Confederate, they Confederate against us, right? We still fight, we still, you know, try to keep the balance between right and wrong. And them days is over with, man. We live in it, we seeing it. We're seeing what so-called black people are we're seeing the power that just us not even being involved and not saying anything is more powerful than anything we could ever say or do. Us being silent. I know y'all heard that saying, silence speaks louder than words, or actions speak louder than words. What they do, and our lack of action speaks volumes. We not feeding into the bullshit no more. We not falling for the propaganda. We ain't falling for the, and when I say we, I mean us as a collective. You've always had a select group of us who, like me, who've always knew this shit was bullshit. But I was considered a conspiracy theorist. I was considered crazy. I was considered a troublemaker, right? They got a whole bunch of names, right? They come up with, but I've been exposing this shit for over a decade, man. Over a decade, and it's we slow as a nation of people. We slow as fuck, right? We're slowly starting to comprehend and pick up, because this is my thing. They don't even respect us enough to even change the narrative, right? They don't even, like, it's like a Tubi movie with them. It's like they don't even give it Steven Spielberg, you know what I'm saying? Like, effort. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't know, y'all. It's to the point, y'all. It's like the disrespect is at like an all-time high. And the fact that we're not allowing it anymore, a lot of people are frustrated and they're upset. And it's not all. I get tired of saying that shit, right? That should be self-explanatory. It's not all, but it's a large majority, right? The ones that don't eat off of us, the ones that get it out the mud just like us, right? Literally, not the foreigners that come over here with you know, can get loans and all that. No, from their own country, from here, to get government assistance and everything else, but they want to talk shit about us. No, I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the ones that literally got it out the mud, right? Had to work a job, going to school, stacking bread, doing it because they can't get a loan either because they credit fucked up, right? Because they mother, she was on drugs and, you know, some 8 Mile Road type shit, right? Some Eminem type shit, right? You got a lot of people that's living like that, below the poverty line, you know what I'm saying? But you don't hear their stories, right? But they good people. They genuine, they honest, right? They caring, and they ain't got shit. They ain't got shit. Shout out to my white boy in North Carolina, man. I ain't gonna put you out there, bro. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna put you out there, but that motherfucker did shit for me that my own family members would, right? And he didn't have to. He didn't have to. But he respected me enough as a man, and the treatment that he got from me, and how I looked out for him in the past when I didn't have to. But I did it because it was the right thing to do. And I would hope that if the situation was reversed, that he would do the same to me, right? So what I want y'all to really take away from this is, said the audio is iffy. But am I in and out? Come on, I'm thinking this got me thinking something going on with the audio. Nah, it's real shit though, Tony. It's so predictable. Like Tony, we talked about this shit plenty of times, bro. You one of them too. You see shit for what it is too. I could tell by our conversations that just your talking points that a lot of shit just don't go over your head either. You see the shit, you peep it right off the back too. You know what I'm saying? And it's laughable, bro. It's laughable because it's like, Like, how dumb do you think I fucking am that you could just tell me some bullshit? I'm okay. Oh yeah, that's what it is. Okay, I believe you. Like, the fuck, that shit makes no fucking sense. And then this how you know it's bullshit, right? When you start asking questions. I'm gonna tell y'all this, right? Anytime that you question something or someone, and motherfuckers get offended or upset, they got an agenda. They got an agenda. Because if you ask, let's say, this topic I'm talking about right now, right? Y'all can ask me anything in the chat. Nothing will offend me, and it's nothing I won't talk about, because I have nothing to hide. There's no agenda behind this live or what I'm not trying to push a narrative or push an agenda, or you understand what I'm saying? This is just my thoughts and my opinions, and I'm sharing them. That's it. You don't have to agree. You can agree. You don't have to agree. That's fine. You can agree to disagree. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. But it's just funny to me because it's like, it's just funny to me because it's the same narrative every time. It's just like different names, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's just like, it's the same shit. And it's like the same literally. And it's like, how is nobody else catching on to this shit? They don't even try to switch it up or put no new flavor on it. It's like, for what? They believe it, fuck it. It's like syndication, the same shit just over and over again. It's like, what the fuck? Like, how is y'all not catching this shit? Like, I can literally tell you to play. I already know how they're gonna line up the formation, everything. They don't even have a playbook. It's just one play. And they just keep running that same fucking play. And we keep falling for this shit. It's like, how? How, Sway? How? But I'm gonna tell you what it is. It was the older generations, right? So now that those generations are dying out, right? The baby boomers, I can't keep up with all how they try to categorize everything. But the old white supremacy, the good old boy, that whole era, shit is dead, it's done. Prime example, I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Their grandsons are out in the street wearing shiesties, face tattoos. They got Glocks and Glock 19s and whatever, with the dicks and sticks, whatever the fuck they call them. The extendos. They out there, yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. What's up, nigga? Yeah, nigga. I'm like, did he just call him it is two young Caucasoid, Caucasian young men having fisticuffs. And he called him a Negro. They be throwing me the fuck off. Even with the Hispanics. Have y'all noticed this shit? And they be out there wrecking like shit. Yeah, nigga. I told you, nigga, don't fuck with me, nigga. What the fuck is going on? Like, am I tripping? Like, what the fuck is going on? Am I tripping? Did I just see it here? What the fuck I just started? Like, what? So it's over, man. All that, like, the culture, everything that they've tried to do to destroy us, right, has backfired. From the drugs to the music, right, the gangster rap, all of it has backfired. J-Bo, what's good? What's good? Salute. Yeah, man. All of it has backfired. All of it. And it's like, it's crazy because it's like they just won't accept defeat. It's like they just don't give up, which I applaud them for, you know what I'm saying? They ain't no curve. They ain't giving up, but it's like, it's over, man. It's over. And those who, okay, let me say this. Those who have good intentions, right? The foreigners who have good intentions, who have done right by the indigenous people here and the natives here, the nationals of this land, they ain't got nothing to worry about. right? Like I said, everybody has to go home, right? At some point you can come back, but everybody's gonna have to go home. Everybody. Mark my words. If you can't tie your origins to this soil, you have to go home. And it's not a bad thing. I want everybody to look up Nasara and Jisara. Nasara and Jisara, right? Everybody's country is wealthy. Nobody is poor, right? I ain't gonna get too deep in this, but we have to save ourselves. We have to save ourselves. If we look out for one another, it's nothing that we need. We, the people, are the power. We are the power. We hold everything is ours and everything belongs to us, and we control everything. We have to change the way we think. I don't give a fuck if you from Nigeria, you from Switzerland, you from fucking Puerto Rico, you from Seoul, Korea. I don't give a fuck where you're from. The people, we the people hold all the power. What is a government? A government is a group of elected officials, right? What is an official? Someone who holds office. How did you gain that office? You were elected. The people decided to put you in this office. So how do we put you in a position, and now all of a sudden you get to tell us what the fuck to do? When the reason that you have the position you have is because we put you there. So the issue is not resources. The issue is not, because every country has imports and exports, but definitely the export, every country has something to eat off of, right? Whether it's raw minerals, whether it's oil, whether it's agriculture, whether it's whatever it is, right? Whatever the fuck it is, every country or you see what I'm saying? Government or every group of people around the world, they have something, right? That they can sell, trade, or barter with to earn a living. So every country has its own economy. Every country has its own resources, right? The issue is the people who are in positions of power, right? The politicians, the government, they're lining their pockets, right? With the money that they're supposed to be giving back to the people. Everybody waiting on the New World Order. The New World Order been here. It ain't even new. It's old. That's the old world order. That happened in 1933 when they instituted the Federal Reserve Act. We've been under, like, the New World Order coming. Motherfucker, that's all you know is the New World Order. Your whole life. Don't you got a birth certificate and social? Stupid. It already happened. You waiting for something to happen and it already done fucking happened. We gotta save ourselves, y'all. But I'm just tired. I'm tired of these foreigners, like, and then somebody told me I look like the motherfucker, and that pissed me off even more. What's the African, I don't know if he a rapper, a singer, R&B, I can't even think of his name, but he basically takes all the so-called Black American music, right, or culture, and just samples the shit. His swag, his style, all that shit. Like, how you going, this motherfucker, I forgot, he was on some TV show or podcast or something. This motherfucker had the audacity to say out his mouth, oh, Black Americans have no culture. So who you dressed like right now? Who you dressed like right now? You ain't got no fucking dashiki on, motherfucker. What the fuck are we talking about? I ain't never seen, so you telling me it's African culture, the way, I can't even think of the dude's name. But all his music, all the singles that I've heard, the hot singles of his, songs that he got out, are samples of American artists, Black American artists. You dress like a nigga from fucking DC, Baltimore, regular motherfucker I see her, you know what I'm saying? But we have no culture. So what culture are you what culture are you pulling from? Because the people of your country, right, your culture, they don't dress like you. They don't talk like you. They don't, like, what are you talking about? And you don't live in Africa. You don't live in your homeland. You live here. So what are we talking about? Everybody wants to be us. Everybody wants to imitate us. Everybody wants to eat off of us. Everybody wants to be a part of things that we create and that we embody, but don't want to give us the credit and don't want to acknowledge. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's the ultimate disrespect. You got Asians over Asia right now with locks in their head. They have Japanese drill music, y'all. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? Look it up. Japanese, I died, I'm talking about, laughed so hard I was crying. Japanese drill music. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. It sound hard as fuck. I don't know what they saying. I don't speak, you know what I'm saying, Japanese, but it sounds gangster than a motherfucker, but I don't know what the fuck they saying. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, last I checked, I ain't seen no YNs with Hello Kitty fucking t-shirts on and shit. But they be getting it. Hotoka, Hitomagola, fa, Hasoko na. I don't know what set they throwing there. I don't know. But this shit is very interesting. It's very interesting, y'all. I would be amazed by the shit I be seeing. I be 40 this year, y'all. I'm just blessed and I'm just happy and struggling for. I'm just honored to still be here and witness this shit. Cause it's like, if you would have told me 10, 20 years ago that this was the fuck, this reality, this world was going, I'd have laughed in your fucking, get the fuck out of here. What you talking about? What? Japanese people dressing up like niggas and shooting guns and drilling and tattoos on their face. Get the fuck out of here. No way. In Korea? Oh, no way. No. The Philippines? No. It would never. Shit. It's happening. It's happening, y'all. It's happening. This shit is crazy. We gotta save ourselves, man. Ain't nobody coming. We gotta save ourselves. It's all on us. And that ain't to scare nobody, you know what I'm saying? That's not to discourage anybody or, put fear mongering and none of that shit. It's just a reality. You know what I mean? Because we're going back to reality. We've been living in the metaverse. We've been living in the Matrix, if you will. We got to go back to reality. Think about, that's why I always, y'all, I know y'all heard, man, that motherfucker always talking about the Matrix movie. Because you can use it as an analogy for pretty much any situation, right? So if you think about the Matrix movie, when you're in the Matrix, right, it's like everything is just, it's what you know it to be, what you know life to be. Then when you find out the truth of what life is and you start living in that truth, right, in reality, think about reality. They on a ship, it's cold, they eating snack, you see what I'm saying? Ain't no people around, ain't no stores, ain't no gas stations, ain't no, you can't get no roll up, you can't get no tree, no pack, right? Can't go to the club, can't go get a bottle, ain't none of that shit. You eating snack on a cold ass shit, dodging fucking robots trying to kill you all the fucking time. That's the true reality. So I get it, right? I get why people like Cypher, fuck that shit, put me back in the Matrix. He would have told me this, I told him to shove that red pill up his ass. That's because you love the lie. Ignorance is bliss, right? Didn't he say that in the movie? Ignorance is bliss. It's a blissful existence when you're ignorant, when you're dumb. That's why the Bible says that God only look out for the children and the dumb, right? The mentally ill people. Because they can't do it for themselves. But I got sense. I know right from wrong. I know that the way we living ain't it. This ain't it. We have all the power, y'all. That's what all I be trying to get y'all to realize. We have all the power, and we're showing. When I say we, meaning everybody. I ain't just talking about, no, everybody. We have the power. We've always had it. You don't like the gas prices? Stop buying gas. You don't like the price of groceries? Stop going to the grocery store. Grow your food. Stock up, right? And then just sit back and watch the fireworks. Y'all don't even realize that if all of us stop doing anything for just one day, this shit is over. It's already over. But that would put the nail in the coffin. Just one fucking day. Don't buy no food, nothing. No fast food, no restaurants, no grocery store, nothing, no purchase, no produce. Just for 24 hours. This shit is over with. This shit is over with. Don't nobody go to work today. Nobody. We all just stay the fuck home. Fuck that. We ain't going to work today. What they gonna do? What they gonna do, y'all? They can't do shit. They're losing the grip on our minds. The magic is wearing off. The veil is being lifted. We see the little man behind all of the smoke and mirrors, right? The Wizard of Oz. We see him for what this little bitch ass motherfucker. This motherfucker been doing it? Yes. That's what you've been scared of. I'm about to get up off here, y'all. I got shit to do. But I'll be back at probably about 6. Got a little event I'm gonna go check out here in Arizona, whatever. Y'all can tap back in. You know, open motherfucking panel. Starting that back too, y'all, every Saturday. Yup, get that back popping. Open panel at 6. It's 4 here, so what's that? 6, 7, 8. Damn, so that probably about 9 o'clock tonight, Eastern. Midwest, I don't know. Y'all do the math on that shit. Whatever. It'd be probably like 9 o'clock Eastern. I don't know what that is for the rest of y'all, but yeah. Now I ain't even started cooking, J-Bo. I'm seriously, man. I ain't even started cooking. I ain't even go in like I wanted to. I'm telling you, these foreigners be tripping, bro. And like I said, it ain't all of them. It's not all of them. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of foreigners that I'm cool with. You know what I'm saying? Been holding me down for years. Been keeping it real with me. They solid. You know what I'm saying? But then I know a lot that ain't worth a damn. You know what I'm saying? So it's looking to, it's on the, what's the name?
I mean, you give us another juice or something.
All right. Matter of fact, shit, you about to buy another, hand me that one out of the refrigerator.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you you could have it. I need to tell you.
I'm right in my mouth, boy, out.
Oh, cold water with it too, just like this.
Nah, just like that. Appreciate it. Yeah,
I ain't gonna get nothing but a soda and the juice.
All right.
The juice like $90.
Right in my mouth, John. I'm thirsty. Central. Tony, you funny as you never let that shit go. Central. Yeah. What I was saying, y'all. Oh, open panel. So open panel. Damn. That shit be hit, y'all. I know it's full of fucking sugar, but that shit crack, y'all. This motherfucker right here, that shit crack. I shouldn't have did that. That's free advertising. They gotta pay me. But yeah, man. Y'all stay tuned, man. We got a lot of stuff coming up. A lot of interesting topics. And like I said, man, open panel every Saturday. We back. Well, I'm back. Arizona. You said, yeah, I'm out Arizona right now. I'm sorry, y'all. That threw me off. That shit tastes so bad. I was talking about. Anyway, save yourselves. Save yourselves, y'all. Save yourselves, save yourselves, save yourself. Ain't nobody coming to save you. It's on you. You all you got, you all you ever had, and you all you need. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stop being so scared to just, because this is my thing. I don't care what country you from. You come here, if you come here for a better life, the goal should be to come here. Now, I don't appreciate you extracting resources and taking it back to your country and not giving. You got. Come on, you gotta get something back. Tip the bartender. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But you got a lot of these foreigners, man. They don't even go back to their country. They don't invest in resources in their country, their economy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but you got so much to say about what's going on over here, and you're a traitor to your own people. Just watch your mouth. That's all I'm saying. Watch your mouth. Be respectful. You know what I mean? I would never go to DR. Y'all know I be in DR. Like, I would never go to DR and disrespect, the Dominican culture, the Dominican people in their country. Like, you see what I'm saying? Crazy. But yeah, man, I'm about to go get ready for this event. I'm looking scruffy, ready for this event. So yeah, y'all, about 6 o'clock, West Coast time, open panel. So I'm tired of running my fucking mouth. Y'all can run y'all mouth. We can catch up, shoot the shit. Open panel, we talk about what y'all want to talk about. Ain't about me, about y'all. And let me know what's a good time for y'all on Saturdays, because we all over the place. Some of us on the East Coast, some of us on the West Coast. Some of us in the Midwest, some of us might be in a whole other country, might not even be in the US, you know what I'm saying? We got people from all over, that watch Shogun Unlimited, watch, the different lives and different, content that we put out. So just give me feedback, what time would be good for everybody, you know what I'm saying? I'll consider it. I ain't saying I'm gonna, choose that time. Of course, it's always gonna be the best time for me. But, I try to, work it around everybody, because like I said, open panel. This for y'all. Y'all let me know what time on Saturdays. And yeah, man, we're gonna keep this thing moving, man. Things have really taken off, you know what I mean? Things have really taken off for all parties involved. And there have been a lot of changes for everybody, personal changes, but it's all in the end, it's all gonna be beneficial, right? Oh, he must be talking about Yeah, she ain't getting on here, bro. She ain't getting on here. She gotta get dogged up and shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm on this scrub for real. I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all. But yeah, man, I love y'all, man. Appreciate you. Y'all be safe. And like I said, man, tap back in, man. Open panel. Got another good one for y'all tomorrow. It's gonna be an interesting topic. I ain't gonna tell you, stop being lazy. Go to the page, you can see it, it's up there. But tomorrow's gonna be a lot more personal. I think y'all might get a little teary-eyed tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Not on no sucker shit, nothing like that, but just, just reflecting on life, because everybody got a story, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got a journey, everybody got a past. A lot of times we is it recess? What's the word I'm trying to use? Basically, we try to block out certain experiences or trauma, try not to think about it, try not to deal with it, try to, kind of erase it from our memory, but it's still there. It happened. Damage is still done. The scar's still there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna deal with some of them scars tomorrow. But yeah, man. Y'all be safe and stay tapped in. And oh God, man, y'all petty, man. But just salute. Appreciate y'all, man, for tapping in with me, man. We almost an hour 30. That's what my mouth dry. Talking y'all head off all this time. But yeah, man. So he said he moving to New Orleans. That's what's up. All right, I'll tell you what, Tony. Bring your ass to the open panel and tell us about it. I'm trying to hear about this shit. Am I correct with it? You said NO. That's New Orleans, right? That's what I assume on your nomad shit. That's why I was confused. I'm like, wait a minute. You going to New Orleans to do that? But they gonna do that at all. But you know, New Orleans got a lot of it's a lot of land out there. It's a lot of land out there. But but yeah, let me get up off here, man. Y'all be safe, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Be safe. Keep your head on the swivel. Like always, watch out for that motherfucking hand. They throwing them. Overhand rights. Salute.